Hey, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd start it out with how gigantic this female has gotten of the platinum red mosaic big ear guppies. And the other female, one of the other females in the other tank was just as big yesterday. And so I'll show her next. This is what I think is the nicer looking trio. I got them both from Thailand. And should get some fry out of her probably within a day or two. Now the other one is in here, and you can see she's much smaller now. I mean, she's still pretty chunky, but the gravid spot is almost gone. And if you look over this way, you might see a bunch of fry that were born sometime in the last, I don't know, couple hours. So they've been leaving their fry alone until this minute, but I'm gonna take them out, and the reason is because of what I showed in the prior video of the platinum red mosaics, where I ended up with what looks like 3 different types of males and 2 different types of females. So I don't know what the deal is, if it's just not a true breeding fish or not. But the good news is the different looking ones look fantastic, and I appreciate the people who left comments saying what they were and that they have them as well. And I'm going to forget what the name was. Something reminded me of Batman. So maybe it was Black Gotham or Black Knight, or I don't really remember. But anyway, there's a bunch of fry. These are the gold lower swords. These are the blue deltas that have just had fry. And just to kind of put a bow on things in a way, these are some of the different looking females. One right there, another one right there. They appear to be a match for the unusual looking males, which is this one, and I think that was the other one. And this one is kind of fascinating me. I think it may end up being a blue red mosaic big ear guppy. So if that's the case, once he grows a little more, and if there's no red, which so far there's none at all, then I'm going to put one of these females in with him in a small tank somewhere. The other females are going to go in, the other ones that are black-ish are going to go in with these 2 males. It's the other one. And this is definitely a platinum red mosaic big ear, as is that one. And they will get set up as future breeders once I continue to see how they turn out. But so far they got the big pec fins, really nice mosaic tail with some red in it, matching dorsal, and the platinum is in the front part of the body. And these guys have been without female guppies so long they don't know what they're doing. I feel bad for them, but I gotta wait another couple of weeks. Want to see some full development out of what these guys are going to be, and then I'll get everybody set up in different tanks. So these females have been raised separately from the males, so they kind of look like they have gravid spots, but it's not baby eyeballs because the males weren't with them. So we'll just see what we end up getting. All right, I'll continue on with a little bit of a surprise and then move on with some other stuff. Okay, hopefully I can get them on here. This was a little bit of a surprise. These are the Kribensis that I've had for a couple of months. And as you can see, besides having a pair, I have some Kribensis fry, which is very cool. They look to be just a couple of days free swimming. And it's good to see. I think I have an extra female in there. I had 2 pair, but one of them, I think one of the females didn't make it. But let me see if I can get a little closer here. So Sorry for the jumpiness. There we go. It's a pretty good view of them. That's very cool. So that's a bit of a surprise. So first I've seen, in the last couple of days I've just been putting some of the live baby brine shrimp in there because I figured the adults would eat it. But it looks like that was a great idea because there's a bunch of fry in there. So I'll leave them alone because, you know, they've gone this far raising the fry on their own, which is great. A little unusual with Kribensis. Sometimes the first couple of shots at it, they just eat the eggs or eat the fry. And I'll have to figure out where the other one is and get that one out. So they're usually hiding. This is the first I've really seen them out and about, the adults. So obviously they've been, I guess, reclusive because they had fry or eggs. So that's good to see. I'll just put this in the middle of a video since it was totally unexpected. And I'll have to remember to keep putting some live baby brown shrimp in this tank. Alright, I'll throw this in with something else and get back to whatever else is going on. Alright, see if we can get these guys on here. They're actually starting to look like catfish, which is pretty cool. They're only about 5 days old, I guess. I've just been feeding them the crushed up flake food. I have to figure out how I'm going to siphon out the bottom of the container because I don't want to suck these guys up. They tend to go right towards the siphon, so I'll figure something out. But there's a whole ton of them in there. Most of the eggs hatched. Let me see if I can get a better look here. Oh. A lot of junk in there which I have to get out. But looking good, you know, very cool to raise something different. And they're starting to actually go up the sides of the tank like a normal catfish, which is very cool. I think we're starting to get some whiskers growing in the front. If you look real close, that's kind of what it looks like. And man, definitely something cool. So I'll try to keep updating them. Hopefully they get a little larger so we can actually see them. And what time does a duck wake up? At the quack of dawn. The quack of dawn. That's terrible. It's not even funny. But hey, the catfish are cool. Alright, let me show some other stuff, then I'm going to wrap up the video with progress on the yellow lace snakeskins I'm working on. And I separated the best looking, it's really I think 3 males and about 5 or 6 females. Now a couple of females started to develop a little bit of red in the tail as they got older. So I'm going to try to get to the point where the females just have yellow in them. But there really isn't red in the males yet. Just a little hint of it. Now, these males are a bit older, so the caudal edge, the tail edge is getting a little funky. Like a little bit ripped up. But really fantastic. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I have one male in there that's a little chopped up, which I think is this one. But the reason he's in there is because he only has one spot on the side of the body, on one side, and I think 2 small ones on the other side. And trying to also breed the spots out of the sides if it's possible. But this cross has turned out great. I really enjoy how these have turned out. It's exactly what I wanted. I just have to improve some of the color, and I'd like to get the tail to be more of a lace pattern than a mosaic pattern like it is right now. That's probably the nicest of the males with the female in the way. And there we go. You can almost see them. excellent fish. Really, really nice. And now I'll just keep at it. So I have a couple of drops of fry growing out, and I'm hoping to get some more fry out of these females. They're not too far off. So I did put a couple of younger females in there as well. I don't know where they're hiding. They're in there somewhere. But these are cool. This has worked out to be a fantastic cross. And here are the younger ones. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And definitely keep with this one. I devoted a couple of tanks to them now, and we'll see what we can get out of future generations. So what do you call a funny chicken? A comedy hen. A comedy hen. Oh God, that's awful. Like really awful. Alright, so the only other flaw with this so far is at the very base of where the tail starts out of the body, there's like a gray spot or a spot of no color. I have to somehow breed that out. It's only on a couple of males, but the problem is it develops later on in their life, so it's going to be harder to fix. I'm hoping I don't have to start from scratch and do it again, the whole cross, but so far so good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of a jumble of a few things. Once again, the plants are water sprite, the broader leaf. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, or you can send me an email. I usually put the email address in the video description. And try to stay safe and stay away from the crazy people.